Alright, so we are going to look at specifically breeding horses. This is still in early access mode, but it is like a full game by itself. For 30 bucks, you could play the game as is and feel like you got your money's worth. I mean, I have already put 40 hours in. And the developer, Eloise, she's amazing. She's always on the Discord looking at people's comments and like how they wish things would be changed, which she did over here. Well, she needs to be brushed, but this what it used to look like. But she listened to what people said and made that improvement. So now she looks like this. Yeah, so before the pattern went all the way onto the hoof. This right here is my favorite baby right now. He is blue. So you have a coat color, a coat type, and a coat pattern. So his coat color is blue, his coat type is roan, and his coat pattern is Appaloosa. He's specifically a bird catcher Appaloosa. That is what this pattern is called. And his mother, the one that we just saw, she is a leopard Appaloosa. And then over here, here's another example. Silver always means the hair. So the horse we just saw, she has silver hair. This one is a black bay, is the color. And the pattern is Overo. His color is bay. Oh, she. Her color is bay and her pattern is Appaloosa. So this is, I think it's called a blanket Appaloosa or snowcap. I kind of get them mixed up. Well, I don't think I'm going to keep her just because like her color is not that interesting to me. So her dad is over here. Silver means his hair. Gray color. Coat type is dun. So dun is like you have these stripes on the legs and they have a stripe down their back. And then the coat pattern is Appaloosa. So that's where that baby got that pattern from, is from him. So he is one of my newer boys. I usually only keep like 2 or 3 boys at a time to do breeding because, like I said, I'm done with the racing, I'm done with the story, so I just mainly focus on breeding. So this is one of the babies that I bred myself. He's a young man right now, a young strapping lad. His color is bay and his pattern is Overo. So the other Overo patterns are this one over here, who's pregnant. Color is blue. Coat type is roan. And coat pattern is Overo. She's pregnant. She will give birth in 5 days. So this is another Overo pattern that you could have. My cat just jumped up in front of me, so I can't see right now. Okay, here is the horse. So his coat color is gray. His coat type is roan. So you can really see on him what the roan looks like. It's so if he were all gray, these like dark and lighter speckles is what the roan is. And then the pattern is Appaloosa. So this pattern on his back, which again I do not remember the name of, is the Appaloosa pattern. And then he just happens to have 2 little socks and a face stripe. I really should learn the names of those face stripes so we can, in the future, I will mess around with the breeding to see like what kind of face stripes do you get from each horse. And where did the female go? There she is. So yep, she's dirty. I need to clean her. So she is, the color is light bay, and she is a dun coat type. So we talked about that before, like the stripes on the legs and the stripe down the back. So you can see a little bit of the stripes on the legs, but she has some socks that cover it up. You can see a little bit back here. And then the dorsal stripe, the stripe on the back. So some people are like, oh, I wish the stripes went over the white, or like, I'll show you her back in a second, how the stripe stops in the white part. And some people are like, oh, I wish that would continue. But as the legit horse people have said, white color in horses is literally the absence of pigment. So the stripe is the pigment. So when there is white, there shouldn't be anything on top of the white. So this is a light bay colored horse that basically has a giant white pattern all over it, even though we as humans see it as the opposite. We see a white horse with brown stripes, or with brown patches. She's actually a brown horse with very big white patches. So that's why the stripes don't go over the white part. Yeah, so this is another Overo pattern. So I would like to breed. Oh, you can see it way better now that the stripe stops. Again, Kai Trust, they will follow you around the pasture. So I'll show you him again. Yeah, you can tell he's got blue eyes. So I'm definitely going to keep him because you don't get this Appaloosa pattern a lot through breeding. It's pretty rare. I've gotten it a few times just breeding myself, but I usually see it more in the auction house. On over. She is silver, so that's her hair. And her color is apricot, which is a type of chestnut color in this game, basically. I don't know if it's like that in real life. I don't know the real genetics of it. But in the game, apricot means a version of chestnut. So if you breed her to another horse, you could get like a fully chestnut baby, which actually, yep, here's a good example right here. Her baby, dark chestnut. So she is a dun, which we just talked about. She has the stripes on her legs, and she has the dorsal stripe down her back. And then the baby, his color is dark chestnut, and his pattern is dun. Or no, his coat type is dun. He does not have a pattern. He has some socks. Who's his dad? Bo. So that last guy that we saw, that guy over there, that's his dad. So as you can see, he didn't get anything really from his dad. He mostly, yeah, I don't see anything from his dad, not even the socks. So sometimes your babies will be literally carbon copies of mom, like just same color, same everything. Or it's dad. That's why it's fun to play around with breeding, because you never know what you're gonna get. You can get a pretty good idea though. So let's look and see what we can get from breeding. So Dream light bay color, type is dun, pattern is Overo. Very pretty. Bo. His color is gray, his type is roan, and his pattern is Appaloosa. So the baby can literally be any shade of bay, any shade of gray. Well, no, that's not right. He can be any shade of bay, light bay, dark bay, black bay, whatever. The coat type, the baby could be dun, or the baby could be roan. The coat pattern, the baby could be Overo, or it could be Appaloosa, or like we said before, it could be no pattern at all. So their pairing is from trust level. So I haven't had Dream a very long time, so the trust is only 24%. I haven't had Bo a long time, so the trust is only 26%. The higher the trust on both horses, the higher the chance is that they're gonna breed that day that you pair them together. So because they only have 64%, I usually just skip like 2 or 3 days. Because like I said, I don't do the storyline anymore. I finished it. I'm waiting for Eloise, the developer, to do an update. This is the biggest size barn you can get so far. It houses 12 horses, which sounds like a ton, unless you're like me who breeds to get certain patterns. Sometimes you can get very full very fast, and you have to make some hard decisions on who to get rid of. Yeah, if in the next update you're gonna lose them all or not. So I'm gonna skip 3 days. So I just slept 3 nights. She is pregnant. Alright, so my baby grew up within those days that I was skipping. So let's name him. Oh, I already did. His name is Bub. Bub has become a yearling. Assign him to his own stall. I have 14 in-game days before he's a full-fledged adult anyway, so nothing to worry about. How many more days do I have for you? 2. Okay. So the babies do get bigger the older they get. So I don't know if you remember, but no, the other one was really tiny. That guy was really tiny because he had just been born. But now he's a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. And then they get even bigger right before they become teenagers, basically. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but the silver gene, so like her hair is silver, but her baby's hair is not silver. It's because that's bugged right now. Eloise is aware of it. In the Discord, they're talking about it. It just hasn't been fixed at the moment, but it will be fixed. Okay, so we got Bub from these two parents. So I'm gonna pair these ones again, and we're gonna see what we get. So we got him from those two. So let's see what we get next. People have asked Eloise for a sprint button, which I wholeheartedly agree. I would really like a sprint button. So my favorite part is just finding the babies when you come. Okay, so here is a very good example of sometimes they are a carbon copy of mom. Oh, yep, just copy paste. Nothing of dad in there at all. Let's see. She is gray roan, so gray color. Roan is the coat type, and Overo is the coat pattern. So that to see the mini version of mom. And it's pretty cute. Let's sell the babies we don't need, so we don't need Cute Cherry. Bye, Cute Cherry. Oh, the stats actually weren't horrible, but I didn't really want to keep him. Her. Philly means her. And again, I'm not worried about money, but this is what you'll get if you would like to breed and sell. Can't see. Okay, Black Appaloosa. No. Alright, I'm just gonna speed through these so you can see all the different types, but I'm not. I'm just looking for what I'm looking for. Dark gray road. That's pretty. Stats aren't great. And he doesn't have a lot of potential. Nah. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen this combo before. So, silver hair, light chestnut is the color, and she's got a roan coat type. And she has no patterns except on her face. Or no socks, no markings, except the line down her face. I don't think her her stats aren't great, but that is such a cool combo that I haven't seen yet. Okay, so I'm gonna grab her. Um, Her name is Silly Chance. What a silly chance that we met her. Get any Appaloozas. Dang, these are some good. Okay, so this is similar to the horse that I just sold, except the coat type is roan, so this guy looks a little different. That's pretty cool, but I don't need a stallion. I don't need any more boys right now. I need more women. Okay, so right here you can tell her eye is brown. Um, but this is the Tabiano pattern. I don't have any Tabianos right now because I bred a lot of them earlier. I got like every combo you could get out of them, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. So now I'm working on the Appaloozas and the Overos. But yeah, I love the Tabiano pattern. I'm also not getting a lot of chestnuts. Okay, I like that this guy doesn't have any markings on his face. That kind of looks cool with this. Um, I'm not getting any chestnuts either because when I was breeding Tobianos, I got like every kind of chestnut you could get. So I'm not really looking for those anymore. Yeah, so I got a lot of ones like these, which are cool looking, but I've already done that. Oh yeah, so white. Even though it says white, there could be a secret pattern in there that you don't know about till they have a baby. So I don't usually have whites because I don't know what pattern they secretly have. Light Bay Roan. Mm, nah. I forgot what I was even here for. Oh, I was looking for the leopard Appaloozas. Again, another white. I don't trust you. I don't know what pattern you have. Dark chestnut roan Tobiano. Very pretty. Oh, buttermilk done. I used to have a buttermilk done, which like are the closest to like Mustangs looking that you can get. Um, but I got rid of her because her stats were very low and I didn't have time to train her up. Another white one. Ooh, we got a lot going on here. Silver, Dark Bay, Roan, Tobiano. That is a pretty horse, but I do not need a stallion. Oh, that's a pretty horse, though. Nope, I don't need a stallion. I don't need a stallion. You gotta stay strong in the auction house. Blue Roan. Don't need a blue Roan. I've had a few of those, and it's a very strong gene in this game. Okay, here we go. So this is a leopard Appaloosa. It is a chestnut colored dun Appaloosa. So if I could zoom in, you would see the stripes in the little spots right here. And you would see the stripes in the spots up here. I do not need any more chestnut ones though. I'm specifically looking for gray or black. Ugh, I just love the gray duns. They're just so pretty. Okay, here's a light chestnut. So this is what your chestnuts look like. Well, your light chestnut. Just very vibrant, very beautiful. Again, as a non-legit horse person, I think Eloise did fantastic on these coats. This is a beautiful horse. No markings. And it's a stallion, of course. You're beautiful, dude. Another beautiful horse, but I don't need any more bays. Don't need any more chestnuts. Similar to the one I just sold. Oh, that was all. Yeah, sometimes you black out metaphorically in the auction house and you forget that you even bought a horse. Because it is very much, um, what's it called? Oh, oh. I don't know what looks... Okay, let's go with that. We are getting more bridles, more saddles, bridle, more blankets, in future updates. So, I like to get the trust up a little bit before I start breeding them, just because it takes forever. Okay, so let's skip a few days and see some babies. Oh, we got the same baby. That's frustrating when that happens. Same exact one we just sold. Light Bay Appaloosa. Same pattern, same color. So the bay, this color is coming from Mom. Where did she go? So she's a bay. So that's where this color is coming from. Oh, I didn't put anyone in here. Whoops. Alright, well, that is the end of my video. And we're gonna play around with his genes next. See what we can get.